we've now cut out our templates for the camper van, and I've got my light box out, and obviously there is some windows or window curtains on there ready. This is Bondweb, and the glue side is the rough side, that's there, and the smooth side is the one we're going to draw on. So what you need to do is put all your pieces that you've cut out that you need underneath. You can perhaps see them if you didn't have. Don't worry if you don't have a light box, there are other ways, and you might actually even see them without a light box. It makes your life easier if you've got one. And draw with your pencil. I recommend that you use pencil all the way around your shapes. Leaving a gap in between, so that when you cut out, you can cut it out roughly. You do not at this stage want to cut out your pencil mark. Draw as nice as you can. Probably better at drawing than where I am. Or when you're cutting, you can tidy them up when you're cutting. Now you see, I'm just doing 4 curtains, and then put all these underneath. All your others, this is the door, this is a window, put them all underneath, trace them all out, then make sure you leave a gap and then cut them out roughly. So there are all the shapes that I have now applied to the Bondweb, and there are all the shapes I've roughly cut out of the Bondweb. So there are all my roughly cut out pattern pieces, glue side down on the wrong side of the fabric. So make sure, because if you've got the glue size up, it's going to go all over the iron. So just make sure by feeling and looking that you have got glue side down on the wrong side of your fabric. Steam off. You shouldn't need the steam with Bondweb. Place it on. 5 seconds should do it. Need to catch it on. Once you're sure that you've got it down initially, just give it a double check for a couple of seconds. So now we've gone from cut out templates to drawing them on our Bondweb, and then iron them down wrong side, glue side down to the wrong side of fabric, and then we've roughly cut them out. Now where I said you can neaten them up is by using a rule on the straight lines. So this is the roof of my camper van, and if I do that on the bottom edge, then I know that's a straight line across there. Obviously I'll have to curve them with the scissors to make them look a bit neater than what, so I'm not a very good drawer, I'm afraid, and my curves are terrible, so use the scissors. I'm better at cutting to make them neat, as long as you've got point to point so it's the same size as the base. And that is the roof, and the same with the camper van itself. start at the bottom, goes from point to point all the way back, so I know the bottom's straight. The sides are a little bit curved, so I'll have to cut those, but whereas you can use a ruler to get your edges straight, that'll be better, and it'll look better once it's on your background fabric, which incidentally I've cut out a 12 by 12 inch white square as my background. So anyway, you do the same to all of your shapes. Straighten them up. There you go. Now hopefully now that, is it that way? Oh, it's that way. That straight line and that straight line is the same across, so it's now neat and tidy across there. Continue with the others. This is the way I want my camper van on. I've decided just to do the window as a full curtain, as if it's closed, instead of having separate curtains, so I only needed one set of the curtains. I'm putting my tow bar at an angle downwards, so it's ready for the car to back up, and I've measured from each corner to the outside of the block, and it's 2 1/4 inches spare. Now I could take everything off, take all the back off, place, and then do it all in one go, but I don't know if I'm that brave, so we'll just do step by step. So I've taken the back off of these two, and obviously now I've got to do the hitch because it has to go underneath. Anything that has to go down first, so just mess with the backing fab to the paper till you can grab a piece, and then you'll see that the glue is stayed on that side, and I want that down like that, just up slightly. Make sure before you do anything that you've got it exactly where you want it to be. That is exactly the same measurement that side as that side. No steam. And all you want to do now is just attach it just quickly while you're getting the rest ready. Now that's not going to move, and then you put the rest on. So obviously now I want my door, and again mess with the back until it comes away. It is a little bit fiddly. As you can see, it's all shiny, and the door I need to go about there. Now I'm not going to put that down yet because I need to put the window, because wherever the window goes, the wheel goes directly underneath. Some of the glue's not worked on this one, look, so I've got a little bit of a gap, but hopefully it's enough to make it stick and work. There you go. So this goes on top, these go on top, that goes on top, and I've got a little something, oh yeah, and the doorknob goes on top. So as long as I'm really sure that these are in the right place, I'm happy with these, and they're dead straight. Then let's do that top bit. just enough just to get it going. And then I've got a little tiny doorknob here, so that goes on there. That goes as a window on there. This is the upcat. And we've got the curtains. Now you could do this all in one go, but I'm afraid I wasn't brave enough. Oops, it is fiddly, especially as you get older and your fingers don't work. So, as well, oops, I threw my fabric away. And this is all going to be stitched around. So if you've got little pieces of cotton coming off, don't worry about those. Right. Okay, I'm happy with that. And we'll do the final press. Right, then press again. Well, don't put no water on it. You've got to get it hot, turn it over and give it a press from the other side. Get it nice and hot, and you know all the glue's melted. Oh, I'll tell you what didn't take, my doorknob. Let's have another look at that one. Let's see if I can get that. If not, I'll have to cut another one out. Did it work? No, so I'll have to cut another one of those out, probably because it's so little. Anyway, you've got the gist, that's the way to do it. And I've just got to put my doorknob on, and then I'm going to do some bunting across the top. Now I've done exactly the same procedure with my bunting, and I've used all the same fabric, which is my contrast fabric. And what I did was I drew a line in pencil. What I should have done was done it in my friction pen, but never mind. And then once I've got them where I want them, the width I want them and how they work, and I want them to go in an arc, so I used, so find something you can draw around, so I used my, whatever this is called, I forgot, and then I placed them out. So now I've took the backs off, replaced them, and now we're going to put them down. So there you go then. What I shall do with cotton is a string of black cotton, probably across there, or red cotton. Well, there you go. That's my caravan. Now I used to live in a caravan, so that's why I like this, because it reminded me when I lived in a caravan in a town called Skegness, and I lived there for about a year. So there you go, and then we have to sew. I'm just going to do a straight stitch on the things at the top, what you call them. I'm going to do a bit of a wide stitch, 1/8 of an inch. And then do a jump stitch over to, just pull it out over to the next one. Bunting, that's what it's called. And there is the finished block. Quilt Caravan. Well, I hope you have a go and make a camper van, or a caravan as we call them in this country. And you never know, I might later on embellish it with some flowers and things, who knows. I might even put a flower pot with a flower in the windowsill. Have fun, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the button. Speak to you soon, have fun, have a go.